the ruler guides, as they come off, I'm just going to put one right down the approximate center of this graphic. And under window, you can take a look, you can view, sorry, to see the guides. You have rulers, guides, hide, and I'm just going to lock them in there so that it's placed in there. And this rectangular shape, I'm going to use the marquee selection. Here's the tool that's making the square, for example. Okay, just kind of switch the color there. And what I'm going to do is just option to set it for the center and just kind of shift key this square shape around. And knowing that it's there, I can just rotate this with the shift key held down, and it'll give it to me at a 45-degree angle. And just go ahead and place it right at the top there. If I take the scale tool, I can do a couple things. I can just drag this down to make it the point. I can try to do it so that it's equal distances coming across. Let's see if I can bring that section to it. There's a couple of tools, the reflect tool, the shear tool, and the scale tool. So when you take that section here, it'll do it on the equal distances. So rather than try to measure it out or guess which one it is, I can just use that tool to help me build that section up there. Okay, so that's the shape that it is right now. And it's just using the scale tool to help me line those pieces up. Okay, so I'll take off the fill and just move this out of the way just a second so you can see the edges to that. Undo that. And the next part is just using this kind of the line segment tool is pretty easy to use. So I'm just going to come down here to line, tell me that it's at the anchor point. I can shift key it right up the guideline there, and that gives me that section. And do the same here. This kind of is a little off center, but I'll line it up to this one and set it up to here, and it's telling me that it's right on with that section there. Okay, so these two paths are a different color so that you can see that side there. And then within the stroke panel, I'm going to take just this end one, use the direct selection tool, and when I click on there, the cap on this, I'm just going to make it round, and that's the end cap. And the nice thing about it is it's just on that piece placed in there as a stroke. So I'm going to do the same on this one. Okay, and you can see down below. So now all these are just line segments. It's not a path. I'm going to make the stroke just a little bit thicker. Okay, and just go to Object Path down below and outline that stroke. And there it has all the pieces together. So the Pathfinder, I can just use the first one to unite them all together. And now they're able to take a fill that has a gradient and or the image beside it. So you can use that as the finished section there. So let's see. And that'll give it a gradient. So very easy one just to bring that section across.